Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is a very short haul slash review video, and this is on the Canadian brand Cream and Sugar Lolita. If you haven't heard of Cream and Sugar Lolita, I'll link their website and information down in the description bar below. And this brand currently offers bloomers, petticoats, and cutsews. I'm not sure if they'll be offering any other types of items, but currently that's what they've had so far. And the one thing I love about this company is they charge in Canadian dollars. So as a Canadian myself, it's kind of nice to support a local business and also be able to pay in Canadian currency. And they have their cutsews priced at 60 Canadian dollars, I believe. And then I paid about $12 in shipping. I purchased this cutsew, so I only bought one cutsew during the release that they had. I purchased this cutsew, I believe, on February 19, whichever day they announced the restock for, and then I received it on March 1st. So it took about 2 weeks to arrive within Canada, but that's not Cream and Sugar Lolita's fault. I think they did the shipping label very quickly, and I think when I ordered this cutsew, a lot of the other colors and sizes sold out very, very quickly. So the cutsew that I ended up getting was this. Oh, it just fell off the hanger. So this is the cutsew that I purchased. It's the Saks colorway, and this is in the size extra large. On their website, I believe they had the extra large at 116 centimeters for the bust and 108 centimeters for the waist, and then I think 16.5 inches for the arm elastic here. I'm not sure what my arm circumference is right now, so I'll list my measurement here for the arm circumference. But for the bust, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I'm usually at 112 centimeters for the bust and 98 centimeters for the waist. So this shirt or cutsew, I believe, should fit me just fine. The only thing is I'm not a huge fan of scoop neck tops. I actually don't own anything in the scoop neck style for Lolita fashion, or even in my casual wear or office wear. I don't own anything that's a scoop neck, and I actually prefer collared tops or blouses or Peter Pan collar style. So if by any chance somebody from Cream and Sugar Lolita is watching this video, I hope, if you have not already planned for this, I hope that you'll offer Peter Pan collar style cutsews. I think that would be amazing. And the other thing is I actually had the pink version of this in my cart as well, and it sold out as I was checking out. I think a lot of people had the same issue where their size ended up selling out within the first 2 minutes of the restock happening. So a lot of people, I guess, were trying to purchase these cutsews at the same time. And keep in mind, they are a smaller indie brand, so I don't think they have a huge stock of these cutsews. And I think I remember them mentioning that they were actually running out of the fabric for this cutsew in the other colors as well. So they can't really offer the exact same color going forward. Hopefully they'll have a lot more other items to offer, or a variety of colors. That's one thing that I do want to mention is I would love to see, as I mentioned, Peter Pan style collared blouses or cutsews. And then the other is maybe a larger variety of colors. When I was looking on their website, I think they had Saks, pink, red, off-white or white, and black, I believe. So I think they had 5 colors. There might be another color that I'm forgetting, but I know for sure they had black, white, pink, Saks, and red. I would love if they could also offer maybe a yellow color or a cream color, as well as a lavender color, and maybe some other shades in there. But personally, I have a hard time finding lavender cutsews, and also some cuter yellow ones. It's always very hard to find a yellow that will match even the JSK that I'm wearing now, which is from Metamorphose. And I'll write the name of the print of this JSK here, because I remember it has a heart in the title. I don't know what's going on with Meta's print names, but this one had an actual heart in the title, so I'll write the title here. And this one has lemons on it, if I can actually stand up a little. So there's lemons all over this JSK, and I would love to have a yellow colored blouse or cutsew that could match this as well. Right now I'm just wearing this kind of champagne colored blouse, chiffon blouse, but that's beside the point. With this Cutsew, so I have tried this on and it actually fits quite well. The only thing is, and as I mentioned, I'm not a fan of scoop necks. The only thing I don't like about this is because it is a scoop neck, it tends to sit quite low for my preference and it shows a lot more of my chest than I would like. It's not going to reveal your cleavage or anything, but I think for how I like to wear Lolita fashion, I prefer to have collars peeking out of the JSKs and things like that. But I bought this knowing it was a scoop neck, so it's not Cream and Sugar Lolita's fault, it's my own personal preference. But if you're like me and you prefer to wear things with collars, I would probably skip on this Cutsew and maybe save up for maybe if they release a different version of their Cutsews. Or you could also check Taobao. They have, I think there's this one brand, Princess Service, I think is the name. I'll link the Taobao shop down below. But they offer custom sized Cutsews and blouses with the Peter Pan collar style and elastic sleeves as well. So that could be a different option. I'm hoping that in the future Cream and Sugar Lolita will offer different variations of their Cutsews though. But for now, I'm just going to try this on so you guys can get an idea of how it looks on me. So this is how the Cutsew looks on me. I paired this with the Yellow Honey Cake re-release JSK, and I think in their promotional photos they paired it with the original version of the Yellow Honey Cake. I'll put a photo from their Instagram here and also put their Instagram information down below as well. So I decided I should try and pair this with the re-release version of Honey Cake. I'm hoping my camera's white balance is picking up the color properly, but I'm also going to put a comparison photo of the different Saks blouses, Cutsew, or boleros that I own, so that there's a little bit of a comparison between this color of Saks and have a Saks bolero from Little Dipper. And then I also have a Saks ruffled blouse from Sakura Field Deer, I think is the name. I did a Taobao haul some time ago and I'll link that video somewhere here. But it's that ruffled blouse and it's the same kind of blouse that I was wearing at the start of this video, just in Saks, just so you can compare the different shades of Saks and the difference between this color and the other types of Saks that there are. Now, there's one thing I want to point out, and I'm just gonna move my hair here. So, as I mentioned, this is a scoop neck Cutsew, and there's this really cute bow on the collar. However, because this Cutsew actually sits very wide, I can't get these ruffles to sit properly. The only reason that they're actually peeking here is due to the straps of my JSK. I don't know if I could have sized down to a large for this Cutsew. The reason being is this Cutsew actually fits me just right currently, so I don't have to stretch it out too much, and it's very comfortable. But one thing I wish was a little bit more clear, or maybe something that they can take into consideration in the future, is the actual shoulders for the Cutsew, because as I mentioned, it does sit a little bit low on me personally, and it's kind of wide. I don't know if it's just me. My shoulders, for reference again, is 39 to 40 centimeters, somewhere around there. They're not the smallest shoulders, but I don't think they're quite broad and wide enough to really accommodate this Cutsew, which is also why I would love to have a Peter Pan collar style Cutsew. To be fair, it's actually great that they're also offering a larger range of sizes for their Cutsews. Being able to fit a Cutsew straight from the box or the package that I got it in, and not having to order in custom size, and also not paying any extra money for the larger size, is amazing. The fact that their size range is quite accommodating and there isn't like an extra fee attached to that, I think is great. However, for me personally, it is a little bit wider. So if you have broader shoulders than I do, this Cutsew is great, it's perfect. And also if you like the scoop neck style. I actually, as I mentioned, don't own any. And other than the shoulders fitting wider, I think I don't mind this Cutsew that much. I actually like the look of the ruffles here along the collar. I just wish that the bow right here could peek out a little bit better. Maybe if the scoop neck wasn't so wide, it would be great. Because on me, it fits more like the word I'm looking for, a boat neck kind of neckline. I think that's closer to what I'm trying to describe actually. I'm not a fashion student. I don't know much about clothes. I don't work in like retail or clothing or anything, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but I think it's like a boat neck kind of neckline where it sits kind of wider and a little bit of your collar peeks out, like your collarbone, sorry. And then these sleeves are actually really cute, and there's still a lot of stretch. If you can see, there's a lot of stretch still in these sleeves. They're not digging into my arm at all. Like, it's actually not stretched out while it's sitting on my arm, and it has this really nice kind of balloon like look to it, the way that it's sitting right now. And it's very light. I actually think I'll consider wearing this once it starts to get warmer outside. But I hope we can maybe address the shoulder situation. And other than that, I'll just show you a fuller view of the Cutsew on me. Again, this collar area unfortunately is too wide, and I'm just using the JSK straps to kind of keep it in place so that the ruffles will sit nicely. And then on the back here, it's not too bad, and I think the way that it leaves a little bit of a gap here actually would help a lot in the summer. Overall, I would say that this Cutsew, based on my own personal preferences, I would give it about a 7.5 out of 10. It's very light, very breathable. It's also relatively plus size friendly. I know they have another size larger than this one, which is the 2XL, and I think that goes up to 120 something centimeters for the bust, and I probably will even stretch more than that, given that this Cutsew was for the size extra large put at I think 116 centimeters, and there's still quite a bit of stretch in this Cutsew. And again, just in case you've forgotten, my bust measurement is at about 112 centimeters, and I would say there's more than an extra 4 centimeters of stretch in this Cutsew, so I'd say it'll probably accommodate a large range of sizes. It won't accommodate every single size, obviously, but as a small indie brand, for them to be able to offer a small to 2XL and have it fit a wide range of sizes, I think is great. And I would say the cost can be a little bit off-putting to some. So it's at 60 Canadian dollars, which based on current currency exchange, I think at about 70 something cents US. So for $1 Canadian, it's about 70 something cents US. And for this $60 Canadian Cutsew, it's at about 45 US dollars, which isn't that bad compared to other indie brands that offer blouses and Cutsews. I'm not going to mention those brands, but there is one brand where I was eyeing some of their Cutsews, and if I were to buy two, plus the cost of international shipping, plus the currency exchange rate, each Cutsew would have cost me 105 Canadian dollars. And the total cost of the two Cutsews together was about 210 Canadian dollars. And at 210 Canadian dollars, I could have bought a whole other JSK, either from Taobao or elsewhere. Now, that's a little bit of a gray area though, because some people do prefer to support indie brands. And if your wallet and if you can afford it, power to you. Cream and Sugar Lolita, I would say it's a great option for Cutsews. I know they have petticoats and bloomers as well. I did not purchase any of those because I actually own many petticoats already, and I don't need any more of the shorter length petticoats. If anything, I probably need longer, maybe T-length petticoats, but that's for a different day. Overall, would I recommend them? Yes, if it's within your budget. And hopefully they'll have more products and sizes to offer as well. Fingers crossed that they'll have some Peter Pan color Cutsews and maybe some lavender and yellow colored Cutsews as well. That'd be great. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!